today's lesson, we'll go over a quick tutorial about how we use the model space and paper space in AutoCAD. There should be two important mindsets to keep in mind when you are working with importable and exportable AutoCAD models when working with real-world projects. In some real-world projects, you are required to flip-flop from model space to paper space to print the models on paper. This lesson will help you get comfortable with the paper space environment and demonstrate how you can use the paper space to print your layouts from the model space using a template used in the class. There are two environments to always keep in mind when you are working with AutoCAD. One environment is where you will spend most of your time, which is the model space. The model space is your main workspace where you create 2D or 3D models for a project, and you could identify this by looking on the bottom left corner that says model, indicating that you are working in model space. The model space is what opens first every time you open AutoCAD, unless you have saved a project when it is opened in paper space. However, you can easily identify which environment you are in by its background color. Dark blue grid such as this would obviously be the model space. However, another environment to get used to working with is the paper space. The paper space is another workspace or viewport in AutoCAD that allows you to see your entire model or part of your model in a paper-like layout. In real-world projects, you will need to utilize this space to print a model physically on paper. To open a paper space environment, make sure you are in model space first and click on the model icon again on the bottom right corner. This is the display layout and model tabs. By clicking on the model again, will convert the entire viewport to paper space. You will see that the viewport background becomes white as it would on paper. As previously mentioned, in real-world projects, you will need to utilize this space to print out 3D and 2D models physically on paper, such as this finished example of exercise 3.3 and exercise 4.3, which you will do sooner or later. Taking a look at these examples, you will see that there is a format to use when you are printing out models in paper space. This format indicated here helps with the name and specs of the model, starting with the institution, title of the model, size, file, creator name, scale of model, date, and sheet number. This template is provided in exercise 3.3 and 4.3. However, if you want to do all of this manually with your own project, remember that you are able to switch between paper space and model space as well, even under the white background, to resize or make sure you are printing the area you want to print on the model. For example, on this floor plan has 4 sections on the model. You can resize and move the areas of each to make sure they are printed out where they should be depending on your preference. And you can do this on any model to ensure you are printing any models out correctly where they should be just by toggling paper or model in the bottom right icon as mentioned. If you want to completely move out of the white space and back into the blue grid model space, simply go to the bottom left corner and click model. You'll begin to realize that you now have 2 environments or 2 tabs, which are the model and layout 1, to go into whenever you need to tweak your model. Once you have finalized your model on the paper space and you are ready to print, insert the title block template to label the model. Do this by clicking on the Insert tab, then click on the Insert icon. Click on Blocks from Other Drawings to find the right title block in the Browse folder, or if it's preloaded from a previous project, you will see it here on this bar. Click on the title block, then move it to the bottom right edge of the screen. Then type Scale to scale it into place as close as you can to the trace marks using scaling and stretching. Rename your title block by double-clicking on the title block model and press OK. Double click on these letters to change your setting and name. Then when you're done, click on Leave Block Editor. Once everything is done and you are ready to print, right click on Layout 1 and select Plot, which is also the print icon, and tweak these settings such as the printer name, paper size, the plot area, scale, and drawing orientation, and etc. Always click on Preview button before clicking to make sure all your layouts fit inside the printed area. However, it is best to convert this into Adobe PDF first, then print it out in Adobe Acrobat as shown. As soon as it saves the PDF, the model will open in Adobe Acrobat in PDF form, where you can finally print the paper out. Now you know how to print your models in paper space.